Hello, and welcome to Tips and Tricks. I'm Debbie Nelson with Together SC, and I'm here for another episode to introduce you to one of the members of our consultant collaborative. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to brand new members of the consultant collaborative. We were so excited to see InPursuit join us recently, and today we have the founders of InPursuit with us. So welcome, Melanie Hicks and Rachel Jones. Welcome to Tips and Tricks.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, we're glad to meet you and glad to know about what your organization does, because I was just absolutely fascinated to see that you're doing some really important work nationally and as well as in South Carolina. So would you mind telling us a little bit about InPursuit?
Sure. So InPursuit was founded in 2009 out of a real organic need. I was working at the legislature at the time, working with the legislature, and being asked to help nonprofits maximize their impact when they came up to the legislature, when they brought volunteers up to the legislature. So it started really organically doing volunteer training and talking to them about strategic legislative plans and other things. And over the years, it's evolved to include a number of services, but we really pride ourselves most on just amplifying the impact of our clients, amplifying the impact of nonprofits across the country so that they can have the highest level of excellence in their organizations and then have the greatest impact.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing that, Melanie. Rachel, would you like to tell us a little bit about some of the services that you offer?
Yes, absolutely. So we specialize in organizational excellence in 3 distinct buckets, and those are leadership, operations, and strategy. And we do everything from strategic planning to customized professional development, process improvement to full-scale outsourcing of departments such as HR. And we curate all of our professional services specifically to meet your needs. So we have a variety of clients and projects.
Very cool. And I love your tagline for your company, outcomes driven, impact focused. And so I thought I would ask a question about that, because obviously there was a lot of intent in defining your tagline as that. And as nonprofit leaders, we are always looking to do measures and to understand the work we're doing. But I'm hoping that you could tell us a little more about why it's so important to be able to discuss and articulate impact rather than just outcomes.
Absolutely.
Is that a good question?
It's a great question and a really important one, because it requires intentionality on the part of the organization to really think through, particularly how to measure those differentiations. And so for us, we're really passionate about looking at the larger picture and the impact it provides and working backwards from there. What do we hope to accomplish? What do we really hope to accomplish? Because outcomes are things like number of people that we touch, or number of dollars that we raise, or number of meals that were given, or whatever. And those are great, but that's not, I don't think anyone's in business just to gather dollars or just to hand a meal. What we're in the business, as a nonprofit, our heart is, what impact does that have? What does that meal mean? What does that dollar go to affect long-term? And those are the kind of things that we're really passionate about. We want to get you to the outcomes. Certainly, we want to help you understand those outcomes, but we want to help you really work backwards from the impact. And if you understand really clearly the impact you want to make on the world, whether that world is broad or your community or a school, or even internally, the impact you want to have on the people that work for your organization, then we work backwards from there. And Rachel has a really great example of a recent client engagement.
Yeah, so we have a really great partnership that we're proud of, and we love working with this organization. And it really kind of explains exactly what Melanie was saying. So they had some issues with employee communication and just lack of understanding. And so it was impacting their retention and then the overall just joy of working for that nonprofit. And so we worked backwards with them. We sat down with them and had an initial strategy session to figure out, what are the issues and what do you hope to see from working with us. And we worked backwards and realized that even just starting with updating their employee handbook and their employee survey, the satisfaction survey, and their employee evaluations, having those align with their overall mission and all of the things that they care about, and then communicating that information to managers and employees, that really makes a huge impact, because now we have data showing that, this many people now are retained or getting promoted or actually participating in initiatives like professional development, because the communication and those overall processes have improved. So we're really excited about that one. And that is our process, is just really diving in with the organization's leaders and making sure that we understand the end goal that they have.
That's great. I love when you give an example of where it really has worked. So thank you so much for sharing that, Rachel. That's a great example, and one that I think many of our organizations can relate to and understand, and particularly this time now where it is so difficult to do recruitment and retention of employees. And so, being able to retain our employees and have a better understanding internally of what's going on makes a huge difference. So I appreciate your time today. This has been great to get to know you. It's been great to learn more about InPursuit. I know we'll have plenty of opportunities to work together, and we look forward to both of you being involved at our upcoming summit in 2022, where we'll all be together in person. We will share your contact information today with those that are joining us. We hope that they will reach out to you if they have further questions about today's tips and tricks, or if they just want to engage you in doing some work with their organization. So thank you for joining us, Rachel and Melanie, and I hope everyone else has a great day. Thank you so much.